Welcome to Green Party Green TV, the show that focuses on positive eco-jobs for the economy. Hold on to your hats, Virginia. It is time to vote. You can vote right now. Absentee voting started September 18th.
I'm Brooklyn Kinley, independent Green Party candidate for the Arlington School Board, and I ask for your vote. Green Party Green TV is independent Green Party candidates.
Independent Green Party Green TV is about Green New Deal, eco-jobs for the economy, positive Green New Deal solutions.
Green Party eco-capitalism, prices must tell the environmental truth. The Green Industrial Revolution. Solar jobs, wind jobs, geothermal jobs, rail jobs, weatherization jobs, conservation jobs, efficiency jobs. Building green neighborhoods, walkable, bikeable, pedestrian-friendly rail communities.
We have an exciting Green TV show for you today. The independent Green Party School Board candidate Pete Marchetti is here with us, and we'll tell you about possible Green Party presidential debates right here on Channel 10 and soon.
It's time to vote in Virginia. The Board of Elections must hire you. The Board of Elections needs poll workers, and it pays. Contact your local Virginia Board of Elections now if you want a job. Here are the independent Green Party candidates you can vote for. That's Marlene Durfee, independent Green Party endorsee nominees for Virginia State Senate. Marlene Durfee, independent Green Party, 10th District. Marlene Durfee is a former member of the County Board of Supervisors. That's Steve Nelson. Steve Nelson is a conservative independent Green Party endorsee for the 19th State Senate District. Don Coldwell, independent Green Party endorsee for State Senate in the 21st District. The independent Green Party Don Coldwell served as Roanoke Commonwealth Attorney for 34 years. I am delighted to introduce the independent Green Party retired Navy Captain Ron Fisher. Captain Fisher was born and grew up in Venice, Tennessee. He is an honors graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. Captain Fisher, independent Green Party candidate, served in Admiral Haim Rickover's nuclear navy. Please welcome the independent Green Party candidate for State Senate in the 30th District, Captain Ron Fisher.
A set of action plans and tools to help the millions of dedicated individuals and thousands of organizations working on reform and change. That's our biggest problem. We're just not working together. We got good people. Decrease the rate and degree of global warming and mitigate its adverse effects. You've heard about rail, that's it. Maglev will have to replace the airplanes. We're going to run out of oil at some point anyway, or we ought to save it for things like airplanes. But maglev is a smoother ride than an airplane. You can exceed the speed of sound if you decrease the pressure inside a tube. Now, we can design one, I'm going to tell you the answer to this, that'll go all the way from Cape of Good Hope all the way to the Straits of Magellan, from one tip of South America all the way around. You figure out how we would do that. Global warming is going to help us, but it'll be very easy. And it's all sun-powered. And the number one thing, or many number ones, no maintenance hardly. You don't have metal against metal. It's one moving part.
The independent Green Party candidate for State Senate in the 35th District is decorated Vietnam veteran Terry Modglin. The independent Green Party's Terry Modglin also has a master's degree in public policy from Georgetown University.
I'm Terry Modglin, independent Green Party of Virginia. See these solar panels? They mean jobs for our community. They mean better national security because of less dependence on foreign energy. And they mean a cleaner environment. Go solar. This is Terry Modglin, independent Green Party of Virginia.
That's Colonel Jim Leslie, U.S. Marines retired, is independent Green Party House of Delegates candidate in the 38th District.
Hello, I'm Jim Leslie, independent Green. We need pedestrian-friendly communities, bikeable, walkable, rail stops with bike access to all of our communities and our stops in Virginia. This is Jim Leslie, Independent Green. Thank you.
The Independent Green Party House of Delegates candidate in the 43rd District is Paul McIlvaine. Paul McIlvaine is a retired federal worker, opera singer, husband, father, and grandfather. Independent Green Party Janet Murphy. Janet Murphy is the Independent Green Party Arlington County Chair. Janet Murphy is a well-known and respected Independent Green Party leader. Janet Murphy has a master's degree and a specialty in information technology. Janet Murphy is a mother and a new grandmother. Janet Murphy is the Independent Green Party candidate for House of Delegates in the 47th District. Please welcome Janet Murphy.
We need the Independent Green Party Green New Deal. Eco-jobs for the economy, positive Green Party solutions, solar jobs, wind jobs, geothermal jobs, rail jobs, conservation jobs, weatherization jobs, efficiency jobs, insulation jobs. It's in our hands. Green growth is smart growth. Let's be fiscally conservative and cut taxpayer subsidies to zero. Zero for big oil, big auto. Zero for big asphalt, big cement, and fossil fuels, please. Giving $500 billion per year in taxpayer subsidies to big oil is fiscal lunacy. The positive solution is fiscal responsibility. These are the Independent Green Party positive solutions. Fiscally conservative, socially responsible government. We need more Independent Green Party candidates, less apathy. We want a full slate of local, state, and federal Green Party candidates on the ballot every year in every race. Yes. We need more trains and rail saves lives. Rail creates jobs. Rail pays for itself through economic growth, as we've heard. Every dollar invested in rail creates over $20 in economic growth and development. The Independent Green Party vision is for a sustainable future. There are over 7 billion people on the planet. We know with renewable energy, solar, wind, geothermal, rail, walkable, bikeable, pedestrian-friendly communities, we can succeed and thrive. Prosperity and peaceful coexistence are still possible. With green innovation and ingenuity, it's in our hands to shape a prosperous eco-economy in harmony with nature. Green eco-capitalism is the new adaptive system and new face of capitalism. The green energy revolution is underway all around the world. Prices must tell the environmental truth. We must protect the global commons with the Green New Deal. It is past time to bring that green industrial revolution to the Virginia General Assembly. Green business means making profits and growing with nature. With the Green Party policymakers leading the way, engineers and scientists can and are revolutionizing efficiency because the solar age is here.
Yeah.
Thanks to bioeconomics, the Green Party is showing the way. Bionics is learning from nature. Biorobotics, biotechnology, biogenetics, and artificial photosynthesis are already working on problems of pollution, arable agricultural land, water shortages, and more. The Independent Green Party wants those green engineers and scientists' best practices to have a place at the policy table. We want to bring those green solutions to the state legislature. The Independent Green Party Green New Deal eco-jobs for the economy is a winner. I'm Janet Murphy, Independent Green Party candidate for House of Delegates in the 47th District. I ask for your vote on November 3rd. Absentee voting starts September 18th. Thank you. Thank you.
Michael Dickinson is the Independent Green Party endorsee in the 68th District for House of Delegates. Steve Emholt is the Independent Green Party endorsee for House of Delegates in the 71st District. David Morris Lambert, the Independent Green Party candidate for House of Delegates in the 74th District.
Hi, my name is David Lambert, and I'm ready to represent you for the Independent Green Party. More trains, less traffic, more solar jobs, more geothermal, more opportunities for our citizens of Virginia.
Independent Green Party endorsee for House of Delegates is Jeff Staples, Green Party, 81st District. Congrats to the Green Party's Jeff Staples. Jeff Staples' Green Party received the Sierra Club's endorsement this week. Paul Brubaker is the Independent Green Party endorsee in the 86th House of Delegates District.
Independent Green Party's Green New Deal advocate, Priscilla E. Burnett. Priscilla E. Burnett is a U.S. Army veteran. Priscilla E. Burnett is a retired law enforcement professional. The Independent Green Party's Priscilla E. Burnett just yesterday received a major endorsement from the Virginians for better agriculture. Congratulations. Please welcome a great patriot, a great Virginian, the Independent Green Party candidate for House of Delegates in the 95th District, Priscilla E. Burnett.
Thank you, Kate. Again, I am Priscilla E. Burnett, as Kate so gracefully stated, running for the 95th District, which includes parts of Hampton and parts of Newport News. Now, my mother, the late Johnny Mae Everett, always told me, she said, Priscilla, if there's something not right, don't sit around talking about what's wrong. Get out there and do something about it. So that's why I'm out here doing something about this. As many of the candidates has already stated, our educational system needs a change. Our children need to go to school to learn and not just pass tests. It is important that we overhaul our educational system and our high school students have a working business plan by the time they finish high school. They should also have information on how to play stock markets, what the stock market is, what the values of that stock market is. They should also be completing at least 2 languages by the time they complete high school. If they are not having languages, it's going to be very difficult for them to compete in our society without being bilingual. It is crucial to our children that we stop giving them a test to pass and teach them the importance and move them ahead in our educational system.
Brandon Waltrip is the Independent Green Party endorsee for House of Delegates in the 96th District. Erica Lawler, Independent Green Party. Erica Lawler, Independent Green Party for House of Delegates 97th District. Erica Lawler is a wife and working mother of 2 toddlers. Gail Forrail Parker, Independent Green Party, Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, the Independent Green Party candidate for Fairfax County Supervisor Chair. Corazon Foley, Independent Green Party, Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, Springfield District.
Carrie Campbell, Independent Green Party endorsee, Fairfax County Board of Supervisors, Braddock District. Carrie Campbell is a U.S. Air Force veteran and an accountant. Dr. Catherine Pettigrew, Independent Green Party, Fairfax County School Board, Braddock District. Now we welcome the Independent Green Party candidates for Fairfax County School Board at Large. Pete Marchetti, welcome.
Thank you.
Pete, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Pete Marchetti is my North Springfield neighbor. And Pete, let's start by introducing you to the audience. Where'd you grow up?
I actually grew up in southwestern Ohio, outside of Cincinnati, and then eventually moved up to Columbus. In 2007, I moved out here to North Virginia to be with Dr. Pettigrew, who at the time was my girlfriend, is now my wife.
And your education, where did you go to school? What did you study?
I went to Miami University in Oxford, Ohio, and I studied systems analysis, which is what they called computer science before they figured out to call it computer science. I only have an associate's degree, but being a computer professional, you wind up studying pretty much all the time.
Now, Pete, so that's how you earn a living, working in the field of information technology?
Yeah, I've been an IT guy for 20 years. I've worked in a variety of aspects of the IT industry in a huge variety of industries. So I've gotten to get a look at what kind of things you need to know to go into all sorts of different fields and what the employers are looking for over the course of my career.
And of course, Pete, you're a daddy too, right?
Yes. One of the biggest reasons that I decided to run for school board is the fact that my 5-year-old daughter, Kira, has entered the Fairfax County public school system.
Now, we're all very proud of our North Springfield Elementary School. It has a proud tradition. Many folks, I know both of us have gone door to door in North Springfield, and you have generations of people who went to the elementary school there. So the community, North Springfield, 2,700 homes in the heart of Fairfax County, the community really values our schools. What do you see are the key issues that motivated you, beyond, of course, wanting to take good care of your daughter, for running for school board?
Well, I'm really concerned about the state of education in the U.S. because it is the base. I forget which one of our founding fathers said it, but one of them said, you cannot have democracy without an educated population. And I'm afraid that we've made some bad decisions nationally as far as how we want to handle public education. We have a concerted program of attack to defund the public education, strip those funds out and send them to private schools so that people can profit off of educating our children while denying them that very education they're being paid for. So those are the kinds of things that I'm really concerned about. Also the fact that education is not about ideology. It should not be an ideological battleground. We shouldn't be arguing which version of history we're going to teach in school. The correct answer is the accurate one. We shouldn't be arguing about which facts we're going to teach in school. We're going to teach the facts, and we're not going to argue strengths and weaknesses of established science. And we're also not going to, we shouldn't be ladling huge amounts of political rhetoric onto our students. They should be there to learn so that they can think and make decisions, and they can shepherd the future appropriately.
Now, you've looked at the large picture, the big picture, the national picture. Of course, Fairfax County Public Schools, and Brooklyn Kinley is a realtor, so there's a direct relationship between property values and schools, and we have valuable property in Fairfax County, and of course, most of our property taxes go to support our schools. Of course, real estate property, 52% of the county budget, 62% of our county revenue comes from our real estate property taxes, and 52% of the county budget flows into our schools. So 92% of all the students coming out of Fairfax County public schools now go on to some higher education, whether it's technical training, whether it's community college or university. So a lot has gone right with the Fairfax County public schools. Would you
Oh, absolutely. Here in Fairfax County, we're actually one of the more lucky districts in that we live in one of, if not the wealthiest counties in the state. You know, we've got a huge tax base to build from. We've got incredible value in the school system, and it's an excellent school system. It really is. There's some concerns about things like, you know, we went to the back to school meeting Thursday, and they mentioned there's a $100 million budget shortfall for Fairfax County Public Schools this year.
That's a very...
Why?
Yeah.
Seriously,
where is the money going?
Where is the money going? Is it a question of the state and the county are not funding the schools adequately to do the job we want them to do? Or is it a matter of the current school system isn't using the money intelligently? One thing that we heard about, again, at
Or too many expenditures.
Well, one thing we heard directly from the county school board this year was that they are no longer able to be competitive with teacher salaries. And that means that Fairfax County Public Schools are losing good teachers because they can make more in Maryland with a 45-minute drive. There's no excuse for that. Our teachers are simply the single most important resource in the education system.
This is going to be a tough question for you, my friend Pete Marchetti. You're watching Independent Green Party, Green TV. This is Brooklyn Kinley. I'm Kerry Campbell, and Pete Marchetti is here, and Pete is running for Fairfax County at large. Pete, the tough question now, as I let you gild for it and get ready, where would you suggest efficiencies in the Fairfax County public school system? And let me help you just a bit with that question. What I've seen going door to door, and of course I'm an independent candidate for Braddock District Supervisor, folks have, bus drivers for Fairfax County have told me for years that there is waste in the Fairfax County budget there, that we have more buses than we need in the Fairfax County Public Schools. And people in your field who work for the Fairfax County in the IT department have told me that there is fat that could be cut there. Do you agree with that, or do you have other ideas, or would you dispute it?
In any organization, you're going to have waste. You're going to have things that could be done more efficiently. And the question is whether or not it's possible to do them more efficiently. There are things, for instance, like, do we have more buses than are in use every day? Yes, but we need a few extra buses, that kind of thing. The kind of waste that concerns me most are things like exorbitant salaries paid to consultants, exorbitant salaries paid to contractors, the kind of thing where we're shifting public funds to the private sector for profit out of our school system when those things should be used to pay teachers. Things like there was something they mentioned about the Fairfax County had spent an awful lot of money doing a study to try and come up with a better method for teaching students. Now, I'm all for finding a better method to teach students. The problem is, should we be paying outside consultants taxpayer dollars that could be spent directly educating our students? Those are the kind of things that quite frankly, can be looked at and can be addressed. Not that they're not worth doing, but maybe we should see how we're doing it, who we're giving the money to determine these things,
Pete
and see
Marchetti,
if we can find more efficiencies.
Sorry, Pete Marchetti, independent Green Party candidate for Fairfax County School Board at Large. Pete, you reminded me of an important and controversial subject. Now I want to ask you about that.
Sure.
I was the only person back in the spring to go before the Board of Supervisors to testify against the Board of Supervisors raising their pay by $20,000 a year, from $70,000 to $90,000. And the incumbent in Braddock, where I'm running as an independent, he was for it before he was against it. Now, the school board did the same. What I meant by that, by the Braddock District incumbent, he was for bringing the measure forward, which then I testified against it, and he changed his vote on the final vote. But they passed it anyway by a single vote majority, if I recall correctly. And that's a $20,000 raise, about a 25% increase in salary for the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors. Now, the school board did the exact same thing. They raised their pay from $30,000 to $50,000. And some of the folks on the board, one at the time in particular, had a very emotional statement that he published about the derision and abuse that he received. Now, I'm not advocating for being critical of the incumbent folks in a mean way and attacking them or going to their house or being impolite. That's certainly beyond the pale. The key question here is, Pete, let's say Pete Marchetti, the Independent Green Party, gets elected, and the next opportunity by law that the board would have to vote on raising their pay would only be 4 years from now. What would be your position?
My position would be that the pay for the Fairfax County School Board would be set to the minimum pay that a teacher in the district gets.
That's great.
The minimum pay that they get 50 now, so it would go down.
There is absolutely no excuse for a school board member to be making more money in that position than any teacher in the district, because the teachers are the ones doing the work. They're doing the job. They deserve the money, not the administration, not the politicians.
Pete Marchetti, I thank you as my friend and neighbor for running for Fairfax County Board of Supervisors and getting out there and lifting the Independent Green Party flag. And thank you for coming on Independent Green Party Green TV. Is there any other final points that you want to make, Pete?
No, I think we pretty much covered.
Thank you, Pete Marchetti. Thanks for coming on Independent Green Party Green TV. And as I look on down, you know there are other Independent Green Party candidates in addition to Pete Marchetti that you can vote for right now. Marissa Wisser, who owns and operates Marissa Wisser Creations, a mother of two for the Independent Green Party. Marissa Wisser is running for Clerk of Courts.
Steve Pershore, Independent Green Party, Northern Virginia Soil and Water Conservation District Director.
And the picture you're looking at right there is the Independent Green Party endorsee, Wendy Hagelin Smith. Wendy Hagelin Smith is the Green Party candidate and Independent Green Party endorsee for Appomattox School Board.
Dr. Audrey Clement, Independent Green Party endorsee, Arlington County Board of Supervisors.
Brooklyn Kendley, the Independent Green Party co-host of Independent Green Party Green TV, a real estate professional, a talented real estate pro. That is Brooklyn Kendley, the Independent Green Party's candidate for Arlington School Board.
Independent Green Party nominee for Isle of White County, Albert Burkhart, Independent Green Party, Isle of White County Board of Supervisors. Independent Green Party nominee for Botetourt County School Board, Reverend Aaron Lyles, Independent Green Party. According to the CIA World Fact Book, the Green Party is one of only 4 truly political parties in the U.S. Ballot Access News reports the Independent Green Party is the most active on-ballot third party in Virginia in 100 years. Discussions are underway for the Green Party Green TV to host the first Green Party presidential debate this season. The debate is set for Friday evening, October 23rd. Carrie, you haven't been involved in negotiations. Please tell us more and take us behind the scenes.
Thank you very much, Brooklyn. Of course, it is exciting news. We have been talking with the leader, Ms. Simca Curry, one of the 5 Green Party candidates for the Green Party nomination for president, and she is leading the charge for the currently 5 recognized candidates for nomination for Green Party to do a series of debates.